In the world, there are maps that, by looking at them, we can understand what news is happening globally. So, stay tuned with the Versa Vista channel to get a better understanding of our world. Look at this map that indicates the birth rate per 10,000 in 1970. For example, Saudi Arabia and Iraq are shown in red, meaning an average of 7 to 8 children were born in each family. As I see, a champion in having children worldwide is Kenya in Africa, shown in purple on the map, where more than 8 children are born in each family. Russia, Europe, and North America, shown in light blue, have a moderate birth rate of 2 to 3 children per family. The vivid blue represents Scandinavian countries, with an average of 1 to 2 children in each family. This birth rate was in the 70s. Now, let's see how it is today. This map is from the year 2014, and unfortunately, most of the world has shifted towards a lighter blue, indicating less than 2 children per family. The only region where the birth rate is still high is Africa, as seen in its colors. In Asia, Afghanistan has the highest population growth, with an average of 5 to 6 children per family. As you may know, Europeans love potatoes, and this map shows the potato consumption per capita in different countries. The dark colors and higher numbers indicate a higher per capita potato consumption. For example, Belarus and Ukraine, as seen in the darkest color, have the highest per capita potato consumption. In Belarus, it's 170 kilograms per person, meaning each person eats about half a kilogram of potatoes every day. Among European countries, Cyprus has the lowest potato consumption. Now let's check next map. This map represents the number of prisoners worldwide, calculated as the highest number of prisoners per 100,000 population. The United States tops the list because of its significantly large population. Moreover, most states do not practice the death penalty, and if they decide to execute someone, it may take more than 10 years for the execution to be prepared. After the United States, Turkmenistan ranks second, with 552 prisoners for every 100,000 people. It's interesting to note that Turkmenistan is sometimes referred to as the North Korea of Central Asia due to its strictness. A minor offense can lead to imprisonment. India appears to be quite optimistic on this map, with only 35 prisoners for every 100,000 people in the population. In the Middle East, we see the statistics for Iran, Afghanistan, and Tajikistan. In Europe, Belarus has the highest number of prisoners. Belarus seems to have earned the first place on 2 different maps, one for potatoes and the other for prisoners. It might be a coincidence, but it's intriguing to think that perhaps the highest consumption of potatoes occurs in prisons there.
Wise up.
Since the year 2013, more than 150 countries around the world have agreed to participate in the One Belt, One Road initiative by China. This means that all these countries will be connected through this road, and the entire red area you see on the map will be linked through this initiative. The yellow areas are also in the process of connecting to this plan. Have you seen this map before? In this map, you can see the entire country of Egypt. It's a country with a population of about 110 million people. The colors you see indicate population density in this country, and the more red the color, the higher the population density. Keep in mind that most of this country is a desert, and some people live along the Nile River. You'll notice higher population density near the Mediterranean, and there's a bit less density around the Red Sea. The rest of the country is pretty much empty. This map shows the imports and exports of Europe, with the flags representing the country that provides the largest imports to another country. For example, France's largest imports come from Germany. Most European countries rely on imports from Germany, and as you can see, the map has Germany's flag on many countries. Germany itself imports more from the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom is mainly engaged in trade and business with the United States. Russia's highest imports come from China, and Turkey's largest imports come from Russia. If you divide the world into 4 parts, the majority of the world's population, which is 73%, lives in the northeastern part. As you can see, in the northwestern part, 13% live, in the southeastern part, 9%, and in the southwestern part, which includes South America, only 5% of the world's population resides there. This map represents religions and includes only 5 major ones. The pink colors represent Christianity, green represents Islam, yellow is for Buddhism, orange represents Hinduism, and blue is for Judaism. The next map is about obesity in the Asian continent. When we talk about obesity, we mean overweight, referred to as obese in this context. In the Arab countries, except for Yemen, all are champions in this map. Kuwait holds the record for the highest obesity rate in the Arab countries, with 37.9%. Saudi Arabia is the next with 35.4%. Iran has a rate of 25.8%, and Afghanistan has a rate of 5.5%. The lowest obesity rate in the world belongs to Vietnam with 2.1%. We recommend reducing carbohydrate intake because the highest obesity is linked to sugar and carbohydrates. The highest carbohydrates are found in rice, bread, and potatoes. There's a type of diet called the keto diet, where carbohydrates and sugar are almost eliminated. We suggest considering this diet to manage weight. This map helps us understand which countries have the most venomous animals. The darker the color of a region, the more venomous animals are present. Australia tops this list, having the highest concentration of venomous animals. However, India, Brazil, Mexico, and Southeast Asia also have a significant number of venomous creatures. As you can see, colder regions tend to have fewer venomous animals. Interestingly, most of Europe, including France, does not have many venomous animals. The next map depicts the hospitality of Europeans. Countries near the Mediterranean Sea are considered the best hosts, and if you visit them, you will undoubtedly be warmly welcomed. As you move towards the north, and it gets colder, people tend to be colder as well. If you are invited somewhere cold, it's a good idea to bring some food with you. On the map, Britain, Scotland, and Ireland are shown as more hospitable than the English people. The next map is known as the Pink Map, which signifies areas not colonized by the British. Mongolia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Belarus, and Sweden, as well as the Central African Republic, Chad, Mali, and Ivory Coast in Africa, and in South America, Paraguay, and Bolivia, are the only places untouched by British colonization. In the next map, you can see the highest alcohol consumption in the world. Europe, North America, and Australia have the highest alcohol consumption rates. If you pay attention to the European section, you'll notice several intensely red spots, including Ireland, Germany, and the Balkans, where they consume more alcohol than anywhere else in the world. You might wonder about Russia, since they are known for consuming a lot of vodka. The reason Russia's statistics are lower than Ireland, for example, is due to Russia has a large population with diverse cultural practices, and not everyone in Russia consumes vodka. It's worth noting that the countries shown in yellow on the map do not have accurate statistics. In the next map, you see a river, the Mississippi River, in the United States. If this river didn't pass through the center of America, half of the U.S. land would be desert and uninhabitable. As you can see, small rivers merge to form a massive river, creating the fourth longest river globally, with the length of 6,275 kilometers. The next map, you can see the countries with the highest coffee consumption. Scandinavian countries have the highest rates. Canada and Brazil follow after Scandinavia, and the United States and Australia have almost equal consumption. The rest of the countries generally have lower coffee consumption. In Asia, Saudi Arabia and Oman are the top consumers of coffee. Next, you see the life habitat of the king of the jungle, the lion. The red areas indicate historical lion habitats, meaning lions used to live in all those regions. However, they are extinct everywhere except for the blue areas in Africa and a small point in India. The next map depicts nuclear waste sites, and the more intense the color, the more waste is stored. Russia has the highest concentration of nuclear waste. Uzbekistan also has significant amounts due to the Soviet era, and the United States follows after these countries. We hope these maps have provided you with some insights into the world's conditions. It's our goal to elevate your general knowledge and broaden your understanding through these visual representations.